Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Matt Johnson here. We're back with another episode of Real Estate Uncensored. We're so happy you can join us. And while we wait for some people to join us live right here on Google Hangouts, if you're listening to the audio version or watching this on YouTube, just encourage you to real quick head on over to either iTunes or Stitcher to subscribe to the audio version. Or if you like the video version, just hit subscribe right here on YouTube. We are talking about events, the 3 types of events you should be running so that you can grow your business and actually have fun. Greg, imagine that. The junior grandmaster himself having fun in real estate. What?
No, don't say I have fun. That would ruin my rep on the street, Matt. Oh, dude.
What's up today, Greg?
I've transitioned into this different type of mindset lately, and I got to tell you, I am blessed beyond measure. And the thing is, I wake up on Fridays and I look forward to Friday mornings every single week. And there's a reason why. All that stress and tension and bullshit we have to deal with on a daily, weekly basis. Well, I get to go to a class called Body Combat, where it infuses all different types of martial arts and fighting styles like Muay Thai, karate, boxing, kickboxing, and a couple others.
Oh my God, I think you said, yeah.
Yeah, and dude, I get to beat the living shit out of every single stressful aspect of my life on Friday mornings, drenched in sweat, leaving huffing and puffing, loving the feeling of just being completely stress-free at the end of that class. And then I get to come hang out with you.
Because they let you like have at it on one of the training dummies?
No. I just get to beat the shit out of the air. That's all I get to do.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
But you're not beating the crap out of actual human beings.
No, that I would actually hurt someone, and they don't let me do that.
They don't let you do that? Okay.
No, if you look like me, they can't do that.
Okay. Greg, you're what we might call a light heavyweight in that particular division, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. One hit and boom. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not at all. But I really am pumped about that. And if you guys aren't going out there and like de-stressing, you've got to go out there and do some de-stressing, guys. This real estate job can freaking eat you alive. And also start educating yourself. I mean, I'll get into my shout outs in a little bit, but there's some really good podcasts out there that are non-real estate oriented that are amazing. I mean, I'm listening to one. Matt,
what are you listening to right now, Greg?
I'm listening to Self-Made Man is one of mine that I'm listening to. I love social media marketing. That's like my crack. Yeah. Super Agents Live with Toby, School of Greatness with Lewis Howes, Boost. Let's see, Amy Porterfield, Seth Gordon. The startup school. I mean, there's just some good stuff. What's one for you? What a couple? I think you like them.
I listen to a lot of Smart Passive Income with Pat Flynn and Social Media Examiner. They have a lot of really good, like a lot of the guests that make the circulation, like Lewis Howes, the same people will make that same kind of rotation will end up being on those shows anyway. And I like the hosts of those shows. They're good interviewers and bring out a lot of good content. Pat Flynn especially is really good at getting the guests to focus on one thing and then go really in depth. And so it helps me as a marketer to keep on top of stuff that other people are doing that are working, whether it's like YouTube ads and Facebook ads and all the stuff that's constantly changing without me having to read blogs all the time. So I'll just go to the gym and put on Smart Passive Income, Smart or a Social Media Examiner. For inspirational stuff, I haven't listened to the School of Greatness yet. I just heard him interviewed. I need to go over listen to his. I've listened to The Art of Charm a little bit because you keep sending them to me. But it's the ultimate time killer for me is Adam Carolla. It doesn't get any better than that. It's hard to deviate from that. And then I'm a political junkie a little bit on the libertarian side, so I listen to Tom Woods, which is amazing, by the way.
You hate everybody equally, I believe you said once.
I just agree with everybody equally. Let's put it that way.
Fuck you. I'm out.
That's right. So those are our favorite podcasts. That was good. Hopefully people go ahead and check those out. Now I'm actually doing a lot of research on business and entrepreneurship podcasts for the other product I'm coming out with, and oh my God, there's a lot of them.
Good. Guys, there's a lot of... The reason why I'm on this tangent right now is that Matt and I are always trying to bring you guys something of value, but we're trying to bring it from the entrepreneurial side, not from the real estate side. You need to think bigger, out of the box, not just, wet cardboard, same old shit that we've always been told what to do. Go door knock, go do this, go do that. Think out of the box, people. There's so many amazing things. I was on a Blab last night, and I gave them our website to review. I told Matt about this, and there are so many things I didn't even know were out there that you could do. I mean, it's unreal. I mean, if you guys are on Google Plus, check out this plugin called Circle Scope. And And then if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll tell you kind of how to do it, or go watch and when SEO podcast and talk to people about it. It's how to grow your Google Plus personal page exponentially by adding more people to your circles. But anyways, we're on such a tangent right now.
Yes, we did. All right, well, let's pull it back into real estate, because there was a really interesting question on the Facebook forum, the lead gen scripts and objections forum, that caught my eye, that I know, Greg, that you will be chomping at the bit to answer.
Chomp.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if anyone's not already a member, head over to, I think it's facebook.com/group/gotobjections. Make sure to join that. I think it's over 16,000 and counting now. It's run by our friend Aaron Wittenstein. It's an amazing group. So Nicola Ganode, which I believe is the correct pronunciation for that, asked, anyone got a great script for calling Make Me Moves on Zillow?
Yeah. So Nicola, I said that right? Nicola?
Yes.
Okay, good. What I do when I do calls, and sometimes they're going to have phone numbers, sometimes they're not, as we well know. But when you call them, it's very, very simple. Remember, you have to be transparent and open and upfront with them, because sometimes they're already going to be listed on the Make Me Move. So be careful, kind of don't be like a bull in the china shop. But it's basically this. Hi, my name is Greg McDaniel. I'm with J. Rockcliffe Realtors. I'm very active on Zillow, and I noticed that you have your home marked as Make Me Move. I interact with a lot of different buyers at the open houses that I go to, and I'm always meeting people that are looking for things. Is there an opportunity that I might be able to come on over and put my eyeballs on your home very quickly, so I can put it in the back of my mind, and then when I run into the right buyer for you, I can recall your home and maybe help you sell it? Would that be okay with you? What it did is, it's you're going directly for the appointment. Be soft on your verbiage, be soft on your tone, but push for that appointment. Now, you're not trying to list the house. Be very clear about that. Look, Matt, I'm not trying to list your house. I want to be very upfront with you about that one. I want to bring the buyer and represent the buyer. Is that okay? Yes, Greg, that's fine. Fantastic. So when you get there, then you build rapport, right, guys? You want to become a friend with this human being. And then, you know what? Just start doing the Ford topic: family, occupation, recreation, and dreams that we've talked about so many times on this show. You just get to know them, get to like them. You'll find some sort of commonality. If you don't, then they're a doorknob of a human, and we'll keep on moving. I mean, but there are a lot of doorknobs, Matt.
I believe you.
I believe I've dated a few.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, you. Hold on, I want to show you something. So what we did is we went out and created a trifold about our team with bios and everything else on the team, some stats about the team. Anyone of you guys on iTunes or Stitcher, I'm sorry, you can't see this.
Yeah, it's a very lovely trifold color brochure about Greg's team.
It is, and it's stiffer stock, so it feels more professional. But no joke, I bring one of those so that they can get to know you. If you don't have anything like that, go write a little something up, a little bio on you, where you're from, and all that stuff, and bring it over. Humanize yourself is what I'm saying. So that would be my script for the Make Me Moves. And be persistent, by the way. Be persistent in a good way.
Keeping on the track of transparency and being radically honest with them, I have another question that I'll kind of spring on you. Carrie Jones put up a question here a few days ago that caught my eye. Said, looking for a script to explain to people how we receive their quote private information, like their cell phone number. So I know, Greg, you do calls out, and you bought cell phone numbers from Cole. So I'm sure you run into this. Like, what do you tell them?
I run into it every single day. So what I do, guys, if I'm I hope this doesn't actually get heard by anybody, this next part. So I have since I do have the cell phones, and I do the calls to the cell phones and leave voicemails, right? If someone calls me back and going, why are you calling me? Who are you? And why are you calling my cell phone? And they're very emphatic about that cell phone. They're very protective of that little cell phone. It's a Pierce plan. I'm giving you all the credit for this, buddy. This is Pierce's script when we're trying to take over the world one day, and it works like a charm. You simply say, hi, this is Greg, and Matt, you get pissed at me and role play with me. You're the pissed off individual.
Okay. Greg, why in the world did you call my cell phone number?
Oh my goodness. I bought a list of home lines. I called your cell phone?
Yeah.
I am truly, truly sorry. My deepest apologies. I was just told I was buying home lines, like from like a Safeway card or something like that that's attached to a property. I guess I'm sorry.
No, well, Don't let that happen again.
Well, F you!
That's like that kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
And that's exactly the point. But the genius part of that Pierce, brought in was the fact that, oh my God, I called you on your cell phone. I am so sorry. I hate it when I get that myself. I bought a list of numbers that I thought were home lines. I am so sorry about that. I did not mean to disturb you. Are you thinking of selling?
Okay, and then turn that right around. Okay.
No. So listen, this happened to me last night. I was driving back from doing radio with Tony, and I get this call, and I almost didn't answer it, but then I did. And it was this lady, and she was pissed that I had called her on her cell phone. So I did the same script. I apologized. Then I asked her, well, I mean, do you have any questions about real estate, or are you guys thinking about maybe making a move yourself? Maybe. But I need you to give me a value on a property on my street first. I'm like, okay, could you just text it to me? You have my cell, and then we can talk tomorrow and just kind of discuss your potential moving plans. Okay, I'll do that right now. I'm like, okay, have a nice night. But she texted me the address, dude. There's a want, need, or desire there. I apologized, and then she was back moving again with us. It was great. It's great. Yeah. And you'll find a lot of the times on those, if you dial a cell phone or something like that in your mobile dialers and you leave a voicemail, it's the greatest thing ever. Human nature is unbelievably awesome at times. But you'll have people call back and be like, hi, this is Matt. I think you dialed me by accident, so I just wanted to let you know so you could update your records. And you call the person you were meaning to call, and you're sitting there going, no, genius, I was calling you. But thank you for being so nice to me.
Yeah, that is awesome.
It really is. It's astounding how many people do that. But so to all of you who may or may not ever hear my voice come across your line, just know that I'm sorry. I was buying a batch of numbers for house lines.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Greg, for keeping in just right on with that trend of radical honesty and transparency. I love it.
I'm being transparent. I call them for a reason.
Right.
But I also don't want to get sued.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, let's. What do you say we give out some shout outs to some special people, and then we'll get into the content about events.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Go.
All right, cool. So real quick, just a quick shout out to Viral Marketing. Thank you for cutting a check to make Hangouts and podcasts like these happen. You can check them out at getviral.com. And then Equity, of course, Equity with 2 Qs, the online buyer lead generation built from the ground up for solo agents. So if you're looking for a sustainable way to generate leads as a solo agent that you can work and get the cost subsidized by a lender that they will hook you up with, just take the McDaniel Challenge, get in touch with Greg, and he will tell you kind of where that's available. If it's available in your area, he'll let you know kind of how to get started with that. So, and Greg, who have you got to shout out?
Okay, off of YouTube, the Kennedy Group was very complimentary of Rod's interview with us. They said that they learned a ton from that interview, and yes, we are going to have Rod back on. Matt and I were just talking about Blab and how informative it is, and we're going to start doing more stuff on. I'm going to start doing some stuff on Blab with Rod, but yeah, we'll have him back on. Thanks for watching. Keep it up, guys. We got some kick-ass interviews coming, and they're going to be kind of like that as well. If you like that one, go check out Ashley Horchers. We just did that about Facebook this week. Then I had an opportunity to talk on Wednesday night with Andrew out of Long Beach. He's a correctional officer, and no joke, guys. And Andrew, when you say this, man, I just have these mental images that they crack me up. He's literally the dude in the tower with the gun. All right. And he says he has got his headphones up there, and they work insane shifts. And so he's up there, headphones in, binge watching and listening to us and other podcasts and information about real estate because he wants to transfer into the real estate industry. And so he'll line up like his crosshairs and be like, all right, I'm going to break up gang violence. Ooh, that's a great marketing tip from Real Estate Uncensored. I like that. Hey, you guys knock it off down there.
That's right. Hopefully the only person in the world listening to us while holding a gun in their hand.
God, yes. But so that's Andrew, man. Thank you for listening. It was a really good time talking to, so I really appreciate your energy the other night. And then last night,
which, if I might interject real quick,
you're going to anyways.
If Andrew, I am going to anyways. So if Andrew's watching this, and hopefully you are, take inspiration from the fact that so our friend Jesse Garcia, who runs Pipeline Wizard, he was a former KW, team leader and recruiter for an office up there. He had still has his own real estate team. Extremely successful dude. Got into to real estate after being a correctional officer in Sacramento. Exact same situation. Just quit. Just decided, put in his 2-week notice, got into real estate, and was like, well, better figure it out.
Yeah.
So and now he's extremely successful, doing very well, and even created a product to help other real estate agents track their pipeline and track their success, which is the software that he has. So very, very cool story.
Yeah, very cool. Actually, Matt, I've talked to I think Andrew is my 3rd or 4th correctional officer or police officer that I've talked to.
Really?
Oh, and by the way, Andrew, thank you for your 6 years of service in the military. Thank you for making our country safe. Yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, last night I did not have a call because I was on.
Somebody let you spend a night alone?
No.
Hashtag failure?
Hashtag you suck. You let Greg down. No, I did radio with Tony Mendez.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
No one let me down, Matt.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. Making sure the viewers and listeners aren't letting us down here.
Oh, I know. If they do, my heart is crushed.
I know.
We're gonna do hashtag don't let Matt spend a night alone pretty soon when we get so booked.
No, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Saying I don't like our listeners? No,
just don't need to talk to them every night like you do.
Well, I guess shut up. So let me get through this part. So Tony Mendez, he has a radio show on KDOW 1220 AM on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys go to KDOW.buzz or .whatever, you'll find it. And go listen now. You can listen in when I'm going to be on. Just in case you actually want to hear me on radio, I'll tell you I'm on the 28th, not this coming Thursday, the next Thursday. So you guys tune in. It'd be great to have you on the show. Call in, try to stump me with a question, see what you got. I think I just opened a can of worms, Matt.
Possibly, yes.
All right, those are my shout outs.
Cool. All right. Well, let's get into events and have some fun talking about having fun in real estate.
Okay, well, you know what? All right, guys. With events, there are three distinctly different types of events you need to have or should have in your business. Now, we're going to go monthly, quarterly, and yearly. So let's talk about monthly. Matt, you and I are going to have some good banter here, throwing some ideas around. So turn on the brain and let's get going. Did you have enough coffee today, by the way?
I had a good, cup and a half or so. Yeah, I'm all right.
And this guy drinks like a gallon a day.
I know, that's that. For those of you who cannot see what Greg is currently drinking out of, it's somewhere south of a 55-gallon drum with a handle on it.
Well, you mean this one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
I forgot you still had that in your office.
I just got to show him, dude. Okay, look. This coffee mug, normal coffee mug.
No, just for reference, the one in his right hand is not a normal coffee mug either. Starbucks would call that an extra. I don't know. What would that be?
Extra large or whatever.
Double venti? Yeah.
Double venti. Okay. Yeah. We divulge again. God, we do that a lot. Okay, so our monthly events.
Yes, monthly events.
Monthly events are something that you're going to want to send out and invite to your entire sphere, your clients, your past clients, your leads, your friends and family, everybody. It's going to be something fun. Do it once a month, and it's something lighthearted. Like, hey, Matt, why don't you and Julie and your 3 12-pound babies come on down to X, Y, and Z bar for happy hour? I'll buy you a beer. Or meet me.
I'm going to definitely load up my 3 12-pound babies and bring them right down to that bar.
You got a baby in a bar.
That's right.
But do wine tasting, maybe a little bit of an appetizer, do a painting night, do a poetry night, do a hike, just pick something that you'd want to go do. Matt, what are some things, like, just off the top of your head, if you were to invite a lot of people to come join you to get some intimate, like, networking hangout time, what is something or a couple things that you could suggest maybe?
Well, if I was going into real estate, I would do something that's congruent with my personality, that kind of conveys like a different part of who I am.
So you would hide away in your house and invite people not to come over?
No, you're going to give people the wrong impression that I'm a recluse, which is not true at all. No, I would invite them to like a wine tasting would be awesome. A Scotch tasting would be slightly more awesome.
Yeah.
like a low volume acoustic music performance. You know, somebody playing like acoustic guitar or maybe a jazz trio or something like that, where it's soft enough that you can talk over it, and they tend to be classier places where you can grab a glass of wine or a nice like a happy hour type drink. So I mean, those would be some of the things that I would do if it were like a bigger. If I wanted to do like a monthly thing, I might talk to the owner and just let them know like what I had in mind and see if I can get a certain part of the establishment either kind of reserved for me. And work out some specials or something that's on the menu where I can just show up and order, you know, a bunch of finger foods or something like the happy hour specials and just have it there ready and waiting for people. So,
since you're gonna do the classier thing, so you're gonna do like scotch and caviar, where I would do beer and nachos. Is that what you're saying?
I've never had caviar, but yeah,
it's actually
try to class it up a little bit. A little wine tasting would be nice.
I like the Scotch idea. There's some vodka distilleries here in the area that they do tours of. You can go do that with them. If you want to get kind of the boys together, go to a cigar bar.
Yeah.
Sit and have, puff on a stogie together. But the good thing about the monthly events, guys, is that everybody likes to be invited to something fun, right? Exciting, out of the norm, break the routine. God knows I need to break my freaking routine. And be invited to it and just go hang out. But there's going to be such a little, response rate. People are not going to be coming down there in hordes. Well, if they do, that's actually really cool because that means they really like you. But if one or two people show up, that's fine too. Because if Matt's the only one that showed up to my event, then I could kick it with Matt, build a real relationship with him. And then we're going to be, mutually wanting to benefit each other's businesses and lives. And if Matt shows up the next month, or Matt doesn't, but Julie does, his wife, because Matt's out traveling, I get to bond with his other better half. See what I'm saying?
I mean, if it's presented in the right way, where it's the type of event you're inviting people to is a kind of intimate small group type thing, and it's a regular monthly thing. It's just like, hey, I'm going to be here, or we're going to do this month, and it's presented in terms of, hey, there may be only a handful of people. If one or two people show up, it doesn't look like you've failed to plan a great event. Now, if only one person shows up to your yearly client appreciation event, then maybe there's an issue. But
maybe you only did one deal, so that's a total success.
That's true. That may be a 100% hit rate, but that's all right. Yeah. But it's all in the presentation.
It is, and a lot of the times, I mean, you guys could get people to go to a dancing class together. Really just kind of think what works for your personality for these things. And the most important thing is, like Matt said, these are things that are fun, right? Make it fun for your sphere of influence. If you're huge into working out, dude, why don't you guys go take a workout class together at blah, 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 gym, something like that. So those are your monthly invites. So get a piece of paper out and a pen, write down some fun ideas, or keep a pad near you. If you hear about a good idea or a fun idea or something like that, just write it down, book it, and start doing it. Trust me, you'll enjoy this. Now, quarterly events. This is when you guys are going to class it up a little bit. If you're drinking Bud Light and nachos on your monthly events, we're not going to do that on our quarterly events. Now, our quarterly events are held at the end of each quarter. So it'd be March, June, September, and December quarterly events. December can kind of be a little bit difficult. Might want to roll that into January just because of Christmas, New Year's, the whole shebang. But these are just the people that you worked with that quarter. So the size is going to fluctuate from your quarter to quarter, right? And that's okay. Mm-hmm. If you just have one or two people, that's totally fine. But if you have 10 or 20 people, that's equally as fine. But do something to show gratitude to them. They put hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, or thousands of dollars into your pocket, depending on your marketplace and your volume. But take them out. So a couple of ideas. Take them, if you belong to a country club, take them up to the country club, have dinner, wine pairing, make it a nice formal event. If you're comfortable enough, maybe have a chef come into your home, prepare a professional meal while you have, cocktails served, maybe have some music, a cello or something in the back playing, and have like a mixologist there mixing cool, awesome drinks. Just bring them in and show them some class. Make this something that they are going to talk about, going, oh my God, Matt, I went to my real estate agent's party over the weekend. Didn't know what to expect. We took us into his house. He brought us in. He had a mixologist there pouring exotic drinks. He had a personal chef cooking up this amazing meal. And by the way, he told me about this bottle of wine I had paired with the meal. It's unbelievable. Well, Greg, who's your real estate agent? See what I'm talking about? Go to the city because it's San Francisco here, but go to, downtown to a major metropolitan area, or if you have something around you, or if you don't, go to a nice restaurant, maybe go to a show, or go do something that just says thank you. Take a black tie bus into the city. No driving. Everyone's drinking. Nobody's driving. You guys, I hope you're catching on. Matt, what would be something that if I was your real estate agent, if you were so blessed,
if we're so blessed,
if I was to select you as my client,
right?
Bullshit. What would impress you? Like, what would you be like? Holy shit, that was an amazingly cool event. There's no pressure about real estate. You're not talking biz. You're just showing them a good time. The referrals will come back, guys, because at these events, you're going to be taking pictures, videos. You're going to put them in together. You're going to tag them on Facebook when you put this little video together, and it's going to generate talk.
Yeah.
So what would impress you, Matt? What would be something you'd be like, shit, that was awesome?
I would say if you got, depending on your marketplace, if you got a block of tickets to everything from either a sporting event, a live music show, comedy event, or if you want to class it up and do like opera, ballet, or like a performing arts center show, something that's really unique, that'd be kind of cool. And then you have a place arranged close by where you can grab drinks before or after the event, depending on like what it is and how late it runs. So I mean, it's talking about like taking that step up from something that I would do, which would be like a wine tasting or scotch, and then like what's the next step up from that? That would be where the direction where I would go. In your market, where it's a little bit more beer and nachos, as you put it. Which is hilarious.
I am classy too. I drink Carlo Rossi wine. I know what good wine is.
Okay. I'm just gonna let that go. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you've got a pretty wide range of. You got some serious leeway there because you're stepping it up from more of like your microbreweries and stuff like that. More of your like gastropub or that type of thing. So you've got a huge range of stuff that you could do.
But you mean, like, I belong to a private club. It's called the Gotham Club, and it is attached to different baseball stadiums around the country. If you guys don't know what it is, look it up. It's called the Gotham Club, and it's super cool. There's a private bar in the outfield, private elevators, dining rooms, billiards, indoor bowling, all kinds of crazy shit. But, if you couldn't get all your people together for a quarterly event, maybe my buddy Casey and I are partners on that, so we can I could take up to 3 additional people to the club with me, so maybe just go with another couple or something. I could do that and step it up. It's really, really classy in there, but think outside the box, guys. Just go have fun no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready to go for the yearly?
Yeah, well, let me point out real quick, Jeff Cohn, so when he has people come in for his workshop, right by their new office that just got built, there is a really cool upscale pizza place, super unique, at least for Omaha, it's unique. There's a place like that here in downtown San Diego called Basic. It actually turns into a nightclub like at 9 or 10 o'clock, but you can rent out, or you can, like, if you get there early enough, you can reserve like 3 or 4 back tables. Something like that would be a cool, like, middle ground, where it's a classy environment.
Edgy,
but it's casual food. It's a little edgy, classy. It skews a little younger, but not overwhelmingly so that it alienates anybody over the age of 40. Like, it's not like aggressively hip that they want to leave.
So a lot of emus running around in there.
Okay, emus.
Emu, the emu look like long hair. Like, oh, what's up, bro?
It's an emo. Emu is a bird.
Emo. See, obviously, I'm not trendy enough to even get the freaking word right.
Emo was big like 15 years ago, but okay, Greg.
See, I'm up with it. I'm trending right there. I'm right on the cutting edge.
You can invite somebody out to ostrich racing, which I heard is a thing. I was not aware of this, but apparently there's such a thing as ostrich racing.
Wait, Matt, didn't you get my invite to MySpace?
Yeah, exactly. I must have missed that. I have 5 friends, and I'm waiting on approval for a 6th.
But Bob or Bill, the founder, he's my friend.
That's right, Tom.
Tom.
Tom. That's right.
Funny story, dude. I was at a bar a couple of years ago, and this really drunk dude comes up to me and goes, "Oh, bro, you look like just like Tom from MySpace." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" And he goes, "No, bro. See, look, pose like this." I actually have the photo of this. I'll send this to you. It's freaking hilarious because he's
There's
actually
a photo of you that looks just like him.
no, because then he matched him up, and it's scary. I'm like, I actually do look like.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I got Tom.
You
photo.
should start leading off with that, like when you meet someone in a new situation. Just, hi, I'm Tom.
Hi, my name is Greg. I look a lot like Tom, the founder of MySpace. So what's your name? What's your favorite hobby, huh?
Oh my God. All right, moving on. Yearly events.
All right, yearly events, guys. This is when you get to have a lot of fun. You're going to spend a little bit of money, but this is your big, mega blowout. I mean, you need to plan this thing, no joke, for like at least 4 to 6 months in advance, doing multiple different types of invites, confirming with people. But when this happens, again, it needs to be something people are going to go away going, holy crap, that was a lot of fun. I can't wait to come back next year. So what Matt and I do, what our team has done for a number of years is we do a Cinco de Mayo party. And we do it to my parents' house. They got roughly about 5,000 square foot house, give or take a few feet here and there. And they tore down one half of it and rebuilt it. And it's very, very open and open up to the backyard. So getting 350 people through that event was very easy, very packed, but very, very, very doable. So when it was catered with food, we had a cleanup crew, we had a mariachi band, we had a face painter, we had a margarita machine, we had kegs of beer, we had babysitters there to watch the kids because we had the parents bring the kids for a certain time, and then the kids would leave after dark. We had greeters that would come in, greet everybody, get their name, their updated phone number, the updated email address. The reason why is that we would go around and we'd have a photographer, and now it's just, use this thing. That's an iPhone for iTunes listeners and Stitcher. But you take the photos of them and you talk to them, you see if you can get the interviews, because it's all going to be put into a little package that the greeters tell them up front and say, we're going to send this out as a little kind of memento of coming to the party, so you can remember all the fun times and blah, blah, blah. So they're going to give you the right email address. Guys, that thing, holy crap, you're going to be pulled so many directions. I couldn't walk 20 feet without at least 3 or 4 people asking me to do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, or that. And I totally forgot about the person over here that I originally went to go get the margarita for. But it's awesome, man. People just come and kick it and just eat phenomenal Mexican food, got ham boned on tequila, which is pretty damn funny to watch adults stagger around when they're trying to be like adultish. You're like, I'm like, okay, time for you to go home, Bob. Someone pack this one up and put him in the car because he's had a little too much fun.
That's funny. That's all right. Just steer him to the slip and slide. It runs right to the street.
Oh, you're going down the exit chute.
That's right.
So, and what we did is we gave them a little bag of swag as they walked out. We would have our notepads, a letter opener, whatever else one of our CDs that we had done about an interview with us, because we have like 2,000 of them still left. We need to get rid of them.
Okay.
And just whatever else we had on us, maybe some pens that we had done, just so they, just like when you're a kid and you went to a birthday party and get that little bag of goodies. So
okay. Who's putting all, just out of curiosity, like you have a team, who's doing most of the planning and implementation of this event, and how early are you guys starting?
So for a long time before the team really grew to what it is now, my mom worked right alongside with my dad because that was the income, and she would be the one doing a lot of it. Now it's Eileen that's doing a lot of it alongside with my mom, who's kind of like a pseudo part of the team. But it would be your team manager, it'd be an assistant, it'd be something like that. Whoever's really good at organizing, that's why they don't ask me to do it.
I'm just thinking about that, like just drowning in the detail of that. I'm like, good Lord, that needs to be outsourced.
Oh, big time. Because Greg was not going to do that. He's going to screw up. It'd be like, oh, Greg, so the party's tomorrow. How are the invites? We have a party?
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, really? Because I was going to hit the gym.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I go to get a couple of cases of beer or something. Does that work? Yeah. Maybe some Taco Bell?
Yeah. So
Uh,
the moral of the story is hire someone for that. Hire an
hire
event
some,
planner.
yeah.
Get someone that does it, that enjoys it, doing it on the side. Yeah.
And if an event planner would be
Everybody knows somebody.
fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, an event planner would be amazing, especially if they do it for free for you because of all the people they're going to be introduced to. That once they see how well the party was or went off, that they could maybe hire them and have their information on every email, every piece of paper, everything. It could be a good way for you to get that done for free.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. I like it.
Thanks, I just came up with that. The thing is, guys, if you do this one right, you will have people like we did one year. We just got overwhelmed and we just didn't throw the party one year, and we didn't tell our base about it or anything. We had people calling in and be going like this: "Hi, Greg. Yeah, it's Phil. Got a question for you. Did we not make the list?" And people would literally call in and be like pissed or hurt, like if we didn't make the list of the party. We're like, no, we just didn't throw it. We're so sorry. That's the ultimate result that you want. You want people to have such a good time that they're talking about coming next year, and invite them to bring a friend. You know, hey Matt, I can't wait to see you and Julie and your 3 12-pound babies here at the event. Because remember, we have babysitters. You can bring your kids this time. It's not a bar. And you know what? Hey, do you have a neighbor or a friend, you know, that might enjoy this? Bring them, man. More the merrier. Let's do this. Because if you can be seen as the fun person, air quotes, not the real estate agent, air quotes, you're going to be in a different light. It's going to be the first impression. So think about that. Have some fun with it.
Yeah. As long as the event is well done. Otherwise, don't do it.
Yeah. If you're going to have Bud Light 6-pack and cans and Taco Bell, don't want to bring a friend. Actually, don't.
I was thinking more just about the organizational part of it. If you can't pull it together, if that's not your personality and you can't find somebody to help, you'd almost be better off not doing it than come across looking at like someone who's horribly disorganized. So just a quick aside. But if you're looking for, like I've noticed in the financial advisor industry, I mean, that's one of the primary ways that they meet clients. It's the exact opposite of real estate. Financial advisor industry is extremely they basically look down on prospecting and really going out and finding clients like what we're used to in real estate. Like that's kind of, like that's our default. Their default is charity events, social events, and meeting people through direct referrals from existing clients. So if you're looking for like inspiration and ideas for how to do that and how to build more of your business based on that, that's a great industry to look at and just watch what they're doing. Make some friends with financial advisors either in person or on Facebook and just watch what kind of events they're posting. There's a guy that I work with at Viral that's down in, I think he's in Myrtle Beach. And so obviously I worked with him as a client, so we're friends on Facebook, and I still pay attention to the stuff that he posts. He's constantly involved in charity events. He runs his own charity, pulled some of his clients, which include former like celebrities and pro athletes from the South. And so he'll pull them into his events and stuff like that. But then he's just, involved in the community, getting out there and attending other social and charity events. So that's something else that you can do to kind of mix up your quarterly or your monthly events, is look for charity events that are going on and either attend and invite other people to attend with you and kind of wrap it up in a cause.
Yeah, that could also be something that you could do for the quarterly events. Because if I know that Matt has a passion for, children with underprivileged children, and there's a fundraiser for it, well, we can go. We can make a donation, and maybe in Matt and Julie's name, or do something like that, or just being there and getting him involved with something that he has a passion for because he just moved, or making him aware of it because maybe it's a new charity. But yeah, very good idea. The philanthropic aspect of the business is huge. I don't think, Matt, a lot of the times real estate agents, we're not very philanthropic. We're very much hoarders. I mean, we have our circle, we have our territories, we have our crew, and you need to go give back to things. And you don't need to go give to everything over in Africa and everywhere else in the world. There are tons of needy people right outside your door that would give an arm and or a leg, no pun intended at all, on that, just to have someone to be a part of, or make it part of your prospecting. Hey, you know what? 10 or 15% of all my proceeds go to the underprivileged children of Contra Costa County, or whatever it is, clean water, or starvation, or homeless, or cleaning up the streets or graffiti. People, the people who work in those teams and people who work with those teams all have a huge sense of pride because of what they do, giving back to their communities. So just an idea to keep in mind.
Yeah, and it's I mean, I've talked about this before, Greg. The whole Simon Sinek, the power of why. Attracting people who are attracted to the same things that you stand for and attracted to the reasons why you do what you do. Almost circumvents the sales aspect of it. So it becomes less about the product or the service that you're selling and who you are as a person and what you believe in. If you find those other people that believe in the same things that you do and have the same values, they're much more likely to work with you, even if they know somebody that's been in the business that's a relative or a friend, or it just happens they know the guy that's been farming the neighborhood for 10 years. If they like you better and they have some of the same causes and the same values, they're much more likely to work with you over that person.
I could not agree with you more.
As always, good morals is good economics.
Yes, it is. I want to pull something up here. I was listening to Self-Made Man this morning, and is talking about juicing. And there's a company called FitLife. FitLife. And
FitLife TV, Drew Canoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his story really touched me a lot because he has a true passion. He saved his own life. With changing how he ate and everything. I actually ordered some of his green juice stuff today. But the reason I'm talking about this is that everyone in his company has a true passion for health and fitness and well-being and all of this stuff. And so he's created that passion and he's turned it into $100 million company. So follow a passion, guys. I mean, just go after it and the money will follow. But again, we are on our soapboxes, Matt.
That's right. Well, let's step off the soapbox a little bit. So you've got monthly, quarterly, and yearly events. So we covered all those. If you have any questions about how to implement and how Greg's team kind of plans those things, or just some ideas, obviously take the McDaniel Challenge and reach out to Greg. He can go over all that stuff with you and give you some more insights into kind of what they do that works in their market. But it's really about finding kind of what works for you and what's an extension of your personality and what works for your market. So tinker around. Don't be afraid to try some stuff. I know a guy that in Atlanta, he'll buy blocks of like 2 to 4 tickets for sporting events, and he'll just call people up the day of the game and say, hey, I have a couple of extra tickets. Do you want them? And half the time somebody will take him up on it, and half the time they don't. And when they don't, he takes his own family. So there's all kinds of just little ideas you can keep an eye out for. But it's, as long as it's congruent with who you are as an agent and presents you in a good, positive, professional light, virtually anything, the sky's the limit.
Matt, that brings up a good idea. You guys can go to Groupon or something like that and stay up with what the Groupons are. Spa days, tickets to events, tickets to concerts. You get them for a fraction of the price, and you can offer them out to your sphere. It's a great opportunity to call, to email, to post on a private page or a group or your friends on Facebook or whatever else, and offer it out. And it will cost you, cents on the dollar, and the value is massively huge when it's perceived.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. So let's see. There was one more question that I wanted to get to from the Facebook group that we can use. It would be a nice bookend to this episode, and then we'll send it home. So Margaret Walker asks, my buyers want a specific type of house in a specific neighborhood. I want to approach current owners to see if they want to sell. So what's the best way to go about this? Do I knock on the door? Do I send a letter? And what's the wording? And she clarifies that her clients actually are very strong buyers, and they are for real. I mean, it sounds like to me it's a great situation.
Yeah, it doesn't get much easier. I just did this for Danville and for San Ramon. For me, my vehicle is calls. Just don't have enough time to do the doors. But if you do have time to do the doors, do them. So you can also send a buyer letter. Very effective. By the way, we always get callbacks off our buyer letter. And I got 4 or 5 callbacks off of my messages yesterday. And this is your script. It's, hi, my name is Greg McDaniel. I'm with J. Rockcliffe Realtors here in the area. I'm calling around today. I have clients, Matt and Julie, and their 3 children. They're relocating here from the San Diego neighborhoods, and they really would like to live in southern Danville or on the west side of San Ramon. They're approved up to about $1 million, give or take. They need at least 3, hopefully 4 bedrooms. And if you guys are thinking of selling, please give me a call. These guys really need to get into something. They're a great family. My best number is 925-915-1978. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye. So I was extremely clear and specific. And I have people ask me, why are you so clear? Aren't you just there trying to pick up leads? I'm like, I'm there trying to get a client into a home. And so if Matt, let's say Matt, you have a bum knee for, whatever, racquetball, you big caretaker.
Oh, that's me. Oh, me and squash. Good Lord.
Just
thick as thieves. Yeah.
Just, So Matt injured himself on a vicious game of squash.
That's right.
And can't climb stairs, so he wanted only a single story. Well, then I would say, and guys, I need a single story just for some health reasons. And don't go deep on it, but just enough. If it's a letter with the permission of the buyers, use first names only, never last names. Get a picture of them, include it into the letter. It's amazing how that will just pull on the heartstrings of folks. But be very specific. Because that gives you the ability again, guys, instead of being just the mass blaster into the neighborhoods, just trying to pick up anyone who's thinking about selling. Dude, now I'm calling in for Jeff and Cindy, who are approved up to blank and looking for blank, and you see how this goes. And then maybe the next time it's a 2-story home, they're like, oh, Matt has a guy that'll take a 2-story. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm thinking about selling.
Mm-hmm. And I know this about you, but I'll point it out for anybody that doesn't know because they haven't watched enough of our back episodes on prospecting.
Be careful what you point out about me, Matt.
Oh no, I'm just talking about the phrasing of your voicemail. So I know that for example, the little pauses and the ums and all that stuff, like you, if it wasn't natural to you already, you would stick that stuff in there on purpose because it gives it authenticity. You intentionally don't come across smooth as butter when you leave your messages and stuff. You want it to be very authentic and genuine. It almost sounds like a one-off. You could make 100 of those calls leading up to that, but that call sounds like the only call you've made, which is a good thing. That's in your experience, you found that to be very effective.
Is very effective. You don't get the take me off the blanking call list. Quit cold calling me. It's just Joe agent in an office going whoop. And message, hang up, again, when in reality, you all should be using Mojo and uploading listen there. And
if you're actually dialing numbers by hand, please don't do that. I noticed somebody asked about that in the Facebook group. I'm like, oh, please don't do that.
So 2009.
2009. Okay. Pretty sure they had dialers back then, too. You should have been using one back then.
I was, actually.
Yeah.
But that, whatever. Let's keep moving forward. We want to take this thing home. I think we've run our course here.
I think so too. All right, I'm tired. I want to go home.
Me too. You are home.
Yeah, I am home. I have the shortest commute known to mankind, and it's awesome. So, quick shout out, Viral Marketing. Thank you so much for writing checks to make podcasts and hangouts like ours happen. If you want to learn more about what they do a phenomenal job running Greg's real estate video blog there for the Bay Area. That helps him pull more repeat and referral business out of his database. So if you want that same type of service, they're amazing. Obviously, that's how me and Greg met. So check them out at getviral.com. And then Equity, if you're looking to generate buyer leads, it's a perfect platform that's built from the ground up for solo agents. It's really awesome. It's run by Pierce Plam, who's an agent and an technology guy that works out of Greg's office. So if you're looking to get hooked up with that, it's kind of in what would you call it, Greg? They're like a beta version right now where they're opening up, some newer markets and stuff like that. So if you're curious about if that's available and what the cost is, which is extremely reasonable, by the way, because they're hooking you up with a lender that's subsidizing part of the lead gen cost. It's a really fantastic program. So reach out to Greg and he'll get you in touch with Pierce if it's available in your area, and if not, he'll let you know kind of what the game plan is as far as when it's coming. Just so you know, if you can round up basically 5 agents, if you can get a few other people on board with you, they can bring that to just about any area in the United States.
Yeah, we are expanding out. That's one thing I need to talk to Pierce about today. Guys, so take the McDaniel Challenge. Call me, talk to me. Remember, the McDaniel Challenge is an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how much we get on our soapboxes and talk about free coaching, training, figuring out what may or may not be blocking you, stopping you, or inhibiting you from getting to the success you want or desire. Call me, text me on my cell. 925-915-1978. Again, 925-915-1978. I have one spot left for this month, and it is Wednesday the 27th at 6 Pacific Standard time, guys. So reach out to me. Let's get this going. Finish off this month solid, and we'll rock and roll from there. And Matt, I think I will be able to get that because we have 895 subscribers on our channel. That is unbelievably awesome.
Should pass 900 here within less than a week, and top 1,000 YouTube subscribers probably by the middle of next month, I would think.
Yeah, I'd say middle.
Yeah, something like that. But that doesn't happen unless people actually tell friends, which is awesome, by the way, because that's the only reason the show is growing is because people are out there just telling friends in the business about it, which we really appreciate.
Yeah, please, guys, tell a friend. Help us grow this. Get your friends that are in the business or thinking about in the business, learning how to do this from the guys who don't hold anything back.
That's right. No holds barred. We can't call it no BS because Dan Kennedy stole it. Damn him.
Freaking guy.
I know. He's smarter and he's older. He beat us to the punch.
Well, he was not necessarily smarter. He was just there first. We weren't even alive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, guys. Let's send this one home. Thank you very much. We're back with another episode on Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Until then, have an amazing weekend and keep on kicking butt.
All right, guys. See you later. Bye.